Hi, this is Lisa from Midlife AI, and I teach people how to use basic chat tools like Claude and ChatGPT in ways that they can implement in their lives, whether it's for work or their own personal projects. I've figured out the hard way a lot of things that I want to share with you, all of the methods and tricks that I found to make it fun and easier to navigate these tools without the intimidation factor. So think of this as cozy AI. All right, we're going to do it slow. I want to introduce little steps because I want you to be informed consumers. These AI chat tools, they're changing and they're going to be part of our lives, whether we like it or not, in some ways. And we can decide how we want to use them, what we want to use them for. We can be thoughtful about them as resources, and we can find innovative ways to expand our own creativity and our own capabilities if we want to. And so if you're interested in learning a little bit about AI, one step at a time, and kind of building a portfolio of topics so that you can speak competently and informed about them, this is a good place to start. I will give you little tidbits at a time. I am going to try not to be overwhelming, and I hope that you enjoy it and you want more of it. So a little bit about me. I'm a nurse. I worked at the VA hospital for about 17 years in the ICU, and then I also been teaching nursing since about 2010. I've run about 800 plus students through my programs, and I know how to teach adults. I get students from all ages, from 16 to 65 years old, and I need to keep a captive audience with these guys. We're talking about a lot of heavy stuff, with pathophysiology and things like that. And it relates a lot to this kind of thing that we're talking about. So I'm excited to tell you what I know, and I've implemented some pretty cool learning modules on our website, and I'm just going to use that as our teaching method for us as we have this podcast. If you're on YouTube, you'll be able to follow along with me, or if you want to go later, that you can. So that's kind of where we're going to start with a little intro, and I'm just going to give you a little tidbit lesson right now about something useful with these tools. So I think the one helpful starting point that I would like to tell people is that you can personalize these chat tools to you. You can kind of embed them with information about like who you are, why you use the tools, what's important to you, and you can give it guardrails. I say, like, do not lie to me, do not flatter me, do not make up information just to please me. Giving it these kind of an opening paragraph, like a bio and guardrails, you can implant that in a few different places. You can carry it with you to different chat platforms. So you can build your bio and then take it to ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, which is nice because you're going to need a portable bio. Even if you say, oh, Lisa, my chat totally knows me. Well, it won't know you if it changes models. Sometimes that data is not consistent and it can go, that deep embedded memory. These are actually designed to only remember one chat at a time. And everything within that chat is kind of like a stick of spaghetti, and it stays within there. And if you have like all of these sticks of spaghetti together, they don't necessarily remember the details of what happened in that particular stick of spaghetti. So sorry about the analogy, but all of the things within a chat are held within that chat. You can save memories in multiple areas, and we're going to discuss those as we go through further topics that we cover on this podcast and YouTube channel. So if you go to our website at the Midlife AI, I have it kind of laid out with different flippy cards that you can look through for ideas. But basically, you want to build yourself a little portable bio. So I like to say who I am, what I do for work, why I'm using this chat tool, and then I like to embed it a little bit about me and my values, because it actually is a mirror of you. A lot of times in your discussions and with the way you frame things, it wants to mirror the input that you put in. So if I give it I give it kindness, and I want to improve the world every day. I want to make people feel capable. I want to, every day I have goals that I'm working on, and the chat can kind of assist me. So write down kind of a basic bio, give it a little personality, give it some flair. You can also tell it how to behave. If you want it to be professional, if you want it to be deliberate and direct, you can steer it the way that you'd like it to be. And then I do add literal guardrails. I think that giving it parameters and telling it not to lie to you and not to make up information just kind of starts the chat off in the right direction that I want to go. If you also imprint it in your settings under instructions, so that's going to be the next big thing that you can do. Is most of these chat tools, if you click under your name in the bottom left corner, you'll see settings. You might have to look down for personalization or something like that, but you're going to see an instruction box. And that box is normally empty when you first start. That's actually the first thing that your chat's going to see, one of the first things your chat is going to see as it goes through this loop of memory during your conversation. So I always have it open up with my bio and a little bit about me. And then it's going to take on some other layers of memory. And then when I put in my query about what I want, it's already going to have this background about who am I talking to? What are her priorities? Who is this person? And that really helps me set my chat off to the right start. So that's my first lesson that I like to teach people. You can take this with you around to different chats. They are all software. They are language predicting software that's kind of become so complex and multidimensional that it kind of started to find reason. It started to reason and make assumptions. And they evolved in a lot of different ways. And I've kind of been able to nerd out a little bit about it this past year. So I can't wait to share those things with you in bite-sized chunks. This gets a little overwhelming. So the lesson I want you to take is build a portable biography of yourself. Go ahead and you can set it all up, frame it with your bio and your guardrails, copy it and paste it in the instructions box in your chat. Also, you can put it in any project that you work in, and that will also give it a little more background and detail when you start working on that project again. Every time, even in a project, it doesn't necessarily, I'm this project. It has to go through the instructions. It has to read the files. And once it does, then it's able to come back and it gives you your first response. The more rounded and overall picture, the way that you frame your first introduction can be really important for the way that the model will respond. So that is going to be my first chat for today. Try it and tell me what happens. Personalize your chat, put it in the instructions. Let me know how it goes. If you go to our website on Midlife AI under Learn, we actually have a template for you to be able to do that. And you can put in your own profile. You can copy and paste it with the guardrails that we kind of like put in there just so you can kind of see them. You can delete them or change them if you want. But tell me how it goes. All right. I will see you next time I come back. And thank you so much for listening. Check out Midlife AI. I hope you liked it. Let me know if you did. Let me know what you want more of. If you didn't like it, that's fine too. And I can't wait to hear from all of you. Thanks. Bye.